Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about affordable makeup products that are actually worth your money. So in today's video we're going to be covering aspects such as quality, the way they look on your skin, quantity, so the price per quantity. I think that's a very important topic, and sometimes it's just look past and we neglect that because we like a certain product but we don't see if it is a good value for money. And this video will help you if you're just starting out in makeup, you're wondering what is worth your money, if it is good value for money, the price per quantity and everything. So just because I haven't included some of my favorite products in this video doesn't mean those are bad products, and I'm just asking you not to include that. I just sat down and checked every product in terms of the amount of quantity you get, and some of them are really not that great in terms of the price per quantity aspect. So that's the reason I didn't include it in today's video. So as and when we talk about the products, you will see it. So anyways, let's get started. Firstly, for primer, I am recommending these two primers from Maybelline. I feel like these are amazing quality primers. You get 30 ml of product in this, so you have a matte version if you have like a lot of texture issues, large visible pores. This one does fill in those pores and diminishes the appearance of pores to a great extent. And also the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Primer. I really like this primer. It's very nice and glowy looking on the skin. This is more like a hydrating primer. And today for my makeup, I have used a combination of both of these primers and they are amazing. So I use this just towards my T-zone and this one all over my face. So if you are someone who wants to use this all over your face, you still can. So when you want to do that and when you want to keep using it on a regular basis, a good quantity of this primer would be very helpful for you. And 30 ml of this is something that you can use for a longer period of time, even though you are a little bit liberal. And in terms of liquid primer, I sat and actually checked all of the primers. So most of the liquid primers do come with 30 ml of product, but they are a little bit more pricier. But this one, the Colorbar Perfect Selfie Primer Oil, it's a very nice lightweight primer oil. You can use this irrespective of your skin type. Even if you have oily skin, it would work really well. And this one you get 35 ml of product for 850 rupees, and you can find this one on discount for about 640 or even lesser. So that's the reason I am recommending that. And the Mass Hydra Glow Primer, again you get 30 ml of product, and this one retails for $249, I believe. So a really nice primer, and it's a very nice glowy primer. Not so much of a hydration, but it adds really nice glow to your skin. So definitely something you can try out if you have dry skin. And then for like strobe creams, I checked out most of the strobe creams. Even the Sugar Blink Illuminating Moisturizer, you get very little quantity in that. So in that you get about 20 grams of product, and that retails for 799 rupees. Whereas the Ikkai one, which is a pretty close dupe for the MAC Strobe Cream, you get 50 grams of product, and this one retails for about 675 rupees. But it comes with a nice pump packaging and it's a pretty close dupe. Okay, the only difference between this and the MAC Strobe Cream is that the MAC Strobe Cream has a little bit more of that dewiness, that wet finish on the skin. Like it looks like a moisturizer. This one dries down a little sooner than expected, but it looks the same on the skin, and you can use this on your bare skin as well. And so if you were to use that on a regular basis, you don't want to run out of it really fast with lesser quantity. So that's the reason I found this one to be good value for money, good quality product, and nice packaging as well. So you control the amount of product you want to take out. So you just pump just the right amount of product and then use that. And then we have the Swiss Beauty Real Makeup Base Highlighting Primer. This one you get 30 ml of product, which is again really good for 349 rupees, and you can find this one on discount. Now most of these products you can find on really good discount. I think I should stop repeating that. I don't really buy any of my makeup like in full price. I always wait for them to go on discount unless and until it's extremely like important to get it for a certain video and it's like an emergency situation. Apart from that, I always buy my makeup on good discount deals. So this is like an illuminating primer that you can use underneath your foundation, and it adds a really nice glow, and those shimmer particles are not that visible if you have like a foundation on top of this. But if you were to use this on its own, it is a little bit shimmery. I have mentioned this in a couple of my other videos as well, but it does have that cream base to it, which doesn't feel like, you know, all of the shimmer particles is clinging onto your skin. So it looks nice and glowy underneath your foundation. And then let's move on to some foundation slash BB cream. You can try out whatever foundation you want to. So the first one I have is the Nykaa Bb Cream. Now this is for anyone who wants like a very light coverage product. So you can build this one up to medium coverage. That you could get with a foundation as well. But if you wanted to use it on a everyday basis, you wanted to keep it a little bit light, you can try this one out. They have 5 shades, which is not great, but compared to a lot of BB creams in the Indian market, this is a pretty good one, and they have the right undertone. So I have this one in the shade medium and tan, which I mix both of these in case it is not matching me pretty well. So the finish is so nice on your skin. If you use this, it looks skin-like. It has a little bit of a glowy appearance. So if you have oily skin, I think you can try out the Nykaa BB cream. It has a more mattifying finish to it, and this one is a little bit more glowy. Because I have normal to dry skin type, I tend to lean towards these kind of products, and this is an amazing product for the price. It is for 199 rupees, and I think they've done such a good job with this product, and when you use it, you would understand what I'm talking about. It just feels luxe. It feels really nice. It doesn't seem like, you know, it's a product that is this affordable, and you get good quantity as well. 30 ml of product, which if you're using a BB cream on a daily basis, you would require a little bit more quantity, and I feel like 30 ml is a standard quantity, which is really good. And another one that I have is the Misclaire Everyday Foundation. So this one you get 30 ml of product, and this retails for 349 rupees. They have pretty good shade selection in this, and Misclaire is the only, I think, affordable brand that's come up with so many different shade options for you to choose from. And this is a really nice foundation. It has, again, a little bit of a dewiness to it, a glow to it. It would work really well for people with normal to dry skin. At least that's what I can vouch for, because these are the two skin types I can relate with. I'm not sure if it works for people with oily skin, but I have seen people with combination oily skin love this as well. I think you have to set it pretty well though. This is a really good like medium coverage foundation. You can take it like slightly above medium coverage as well, but it's not a full coverage foundation. You can take it up to full coverage, but the thing is, you know, with these very creamy dewy looking foundations, when you start building on it too much, it would start caking a lot, and especially on your smile lines and forehead lines, it'll start piling up, building up, and creasing a lot. So that's the reason I'm saying it is a medium coverage, or you can take it slightly above medium coverage, but keep it at that. And I think that's the point of this foundation as well. It's supposed to be like an everyday foundation, so it's supposed to look skin-like. So you can keep this at medium coverage, and it looks so good. So the next one we're going to be talking about is the Lakme 9 to 5 Primer Plus Matte Foundation. In this you get 25 ml of product, but also this retails for 475 rupees. I don't think anyone's bought this in full price except me right here, because I bought this on the day of launch just to review it for my channel, but you can always find this at pretty good deals. I got this one in the shade 300C Cool Cinnamon, and I went in person and got it matched, and this was my closest match, so that's the reason I picked this one up. So the reason I'm recommending this is because it's a really nice foundation that has good longevity and also good finish on the skin, especially for people with oily and combination oily skin type. If you have normal to dry skin, it might be a little bit too drying for your skin. The shade range is pretty good. So with this foundation is where they've expanded their shade range, and I think you can try this one out for sure, and it's a really nice product. And excuse me if I'm going to be looking up like this, because there's a monitor right here. I filmed this entire portion and my camera was just starting to get really smoky, so I'm refilming it again. A lot of people get really upset when I look up. I don't really have any viewfinder right here, so I have to look this way, that way, or up, because that's wherever the monitor is, that's where I'm looking at. So now the monitor is set behind the camera, so that's the reason I'm looking up like this, to see if the footage is fine. So if I'm just looking right here, I don't know what's happening there. I can just see that it's recording, but I can't see if the footage is getting smoky. Next up, we have the Maybelline Superstay Foundation. So I got this one in a newer shade for my skin tone. So I got this one in the shade 312 Golden, which finally I found a shade that is a pretty good match for me and a pretty good undertone as well. So it is a little bit warmer, but I'm okay with that. As long as the foundation doesn't look neutral, doesn't look pink on my skin, I'm okay with anything. I really like the coverage of this foundation. So you can pull this one off even if you have normal skin type. So I really like this one over the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and you get 30 ml of product in this, and This foundation, you need just a little bit of it. It's not a very runny foundation, so it has a pretty thick consistency, so you wouldn't use it up that fast as well. Now, if you're wondering like why I'm talking about quantity so much, is because I've seen people in my own personal circle who wouldn't have a lot of products, so they stick to like a small collection, like usual people would have a small collection. So when you're using it on a daily basis, you would tend to run out of certain products a little bit faster than the others. So I don't want you to miss out on some good products and buy the other ones where you'd finish it up a lot faster and then spend your money again to repurchase it. So I'm here trying to actually save your money a little bit. So this one has a slightly thicker consistency, so you would need a little bit lesser product than the Maybelline Fit Me itself. And this you can get pretty good coverage, okay, pretty good, like you can call it like full coverage itself. And finally, 312 golden matches me. I've mixed this foundation with another foundation, which is a little bit expensive foundation. I bought the Dior Face and Body foundation, so I mixed it in with this in places where I wanted coverage, and I really like the match. Okay, so with that we cover all the foundations. Let's move on to concealer. I am talking about concealers that have good coverage, not that good shade range. I've tried my best, okay? Good finish, good quantity. So these are the products I'm going to be talking about, and good price tag as well. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is L'Oreal Infallible. I am so bummed that there are just 3 shades in this, because this concealer, a lot of people would get a lot of use out of, and you get 10 ml of product in this. And this one retails for 599 rupees, again, not too expensive. So it's a really nice concealer. It gives you pretty much full coverage, and you can also keep it like medium coverage if you want to. So I got this one in the shade 314 beige, which is not a good match for me. I don't think there is any good match for me, because there are just 3 shades in India. You can also try out the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which has pretty good shade options, but you get 6 ml of product in that. And it is for 650, I think, the MRP, but there are discounts most of the times available on the e.l.f. concealer, so you can choose whichever one you want. And then we have the Daily Forever 52 Complete Coverage Concealer. This one I have it in the shade 08. I think it's called Caramel. I don't really know what were the shades that were available, because they were just shade numbers and I couldn't see the shade name. So I picked this one up. It is slightly dark for my skin tone, but I can still pull this off. It's what I have on my under eye area, and I really, really love this concealer. It has sort of like that thin consistency where it's not like thick and creamy underneath your eye, so it doesn't crease that fast, and also it doesn't fade away from my under eye area that fast. I really like this concealer. I feel like it's such an underrated product. They do have decent shade options, not like e.l.f. Camo Concealer or anything of that sort, but pretty good. So if you wanted to try it out, you can try this one, and you get 10 ml of product in this. You wouldn't say, right? Like, look at this. This is like thick and bulky. This one is slender, but you do get 10 ml of quantity in this. And then for powder, I just have 2 loose powders that I want to talk to you guys about. This one is the Insight Banana loose powder. You get 40 grams of product in this, and this one retails for like, I'm not sure how much it retails for, but I'll leave it in the description box below. It's really, really affordable, and look at the quantity you get in this. I think you can use this for 2 years straight and you wouldn't still empty this tub. So really nice. I like this powder. It's very finely milled. It is sort of lightweight underneath the eyes, and it also brightens the under eye area slightly and sets the concealer in place pretty well. And another loose powder, which is a cult favorite, that's the reason I included it, but you get just 20 grams of product in this. This one is the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. I got this one in the shade light medium, because this one is a pigmented loose powder. It has a certain amount of pigment in it. That's the reason I stuck to light medium, and in case if it were to oxidize on my skin, it would match my skin pretty well. So in this you get 20 grams of product. This retails for 695 rupees. Such a nice loose powder, and pretty good shade range as well, in case you wanted to pick this one up. And then let's move on to contour product. I have just one contour stick. I think by now I just feel bad talking about this, because I have mentioned this product in every single video possible, but one last time, you know what this is. This is the Itex Dazzler foundation stick in the shade Contour FS. Compared to all the contour sticks that I own, you get the most amount of quantity in this. You get 9 grams of product. Such a nice blendable product. It adds the right amount of shadow to your skin as well. It's what I have right now. So even if you are a couple of shades deeper than my skin tone, you can still use this shade. It's super pigmented and very blendable, and also it is really affordable. This one is for less than 200 rupees and you get 9 grams of product. So that's the reason I'm recommending this. Whereas I think in the sugar contour stick you get 9 grams of product, but that retails for 7.99 rupees, and the NYB one you get half the quantity of this one. That's a really nice product as well, but in terms of price per quantity, value for money, which in keeping in mind the theme of the video, I am recommending this because this is the only product I have actually kept on my everyday makeup drawer. The one that I'm filming right here, I have a drawer right here. So these, I've kept products that I would definitely reach out for the most and I want to use a lot more. So I've kept that in this, and this is the only product that I'm using even to get ready. And then let's move on to like a bronzer. So you can try out the Sugar Mini Bronzers. You get 4 grams of product in that, and that retails for 3.99 rupees. They do have like 3 shade options. You can choose according to your skin tone, or you can use any face compact about 2 to 3 shades deeper than your skin tone, and even that would work as a bronzer for your skin. I also have another recommendation. This is from the brand called Coloressence, and this retails for 350 rupees and you get 10 grams of product in this. So it's a really nice affordable bronzer. It looks like it wouldn't even match me, but it is what is giving me that warmth on my skin right now. It is a highly fragranced powder. It smells, I don't know, like makeup that used to smell very floral back in the day. It smells exactly like that. So if you don't really like it, stay away from it. It's not like it's lingering on your face, but that initial application when you're using it, it might trigger people who are allergic to fragrance. But I like it, and it's what I've even used on my eyelid today, like a light wash of color. And so that's the reason I included this in today's video. I actually sat down and checked all of the other bronzers. You can definitely try out even the Itex Dazzler contour powder. It's a pretty good one. For the price, it's for 90 rupees. So, and next up, moving to a face palette that would work out for a lot of people. It would have a blush, highlighter, bronzer. So this one is the Sugar Contour de Force palette in the shade number 02. So you get 12 grams of product in this. This one retails for 7.99 rupees. I really like all the 3 products that come in this palette. It is a palette that you can definitely use and carry with you in case you are packing your makeup. You don't have to rely on other products because all 3 of these work really well. That's what I look for in face palettes. Everything has to be effective. I don't want to have a shimmery blush, or I don't want to have a bronzer that doesn't really show up on my skin, or a highlighter that's a little bit too light. This, it just works really well for my skin tone, and I would definitely recommend this product. It's something that I use a lot. And I did receive another one of this palette, the exact same palette from Sugar again. So I've put that in my giveaway pile right here. So I want to give away what people can actually use instead of just hoarding all of the makeup for myself. Okay, and then I forgot about blushes completely. The Pack Studio blusher, this one is in the shade number 008. You get 12 grams of product in this blush, and this is the highest I've seen in a blush that I own, like 12 grams of product. This one retails for 650 rupees, and they do have quite a few shade options. You can definitely try it out. This is sort of like a shimmery blush. It has sort of like a sheen to it, but it doesn't translate that much onto my skin. So it just adds a nice sheen to my skin, and it's not like it's clinging onto the texture or emphasizing it a lot more. So that's the reason I use this blush. If it was like shimmery or glittery on my face, I would definitely not reach out for this. It's a really nice blush. And I also wanted to recommend another one, which is from LA Girl. I'm not sure if you can find this blush anymore. I'm not sure why they're not restocking a lot of LA Girl products, but the LA Girl Just Blushing Blush, what an amazing product this was. You get 8 grams of product. You get 7 grams of product in this, and you could always find this on for really, really affordable price. And I just hope that they are restocking these blushes because they have so many different shades as well, and a good quantity for you to play with. I don't like it when blushes are like tiny, like, you know, you remember the Maybelline blush, this tiny one, the blush brush wouldn't even fit onto that. But this one you can just like swipe and take your time and apply it. really nice blushes. And then let's move on to highlighter. The first one I want to talk about is what I have on my face right now. This one is the Insight Makeup Essential Highlighter. This one is in the shade 03 Angelic Beauty, and this you get 3.5 grams of product, and this retails for like 99 or 90 rupees. So really affordable. Such a nice highlighter. Nothing that looks chunky, it doesn't look cheap at all on the skin. It just looks like any one of the other highlighters that I've used. And then we are moving on to powder highlighters. The first one I'm going to be talking about is the Teen highlighter. Again, retails under the name Chubs. So this one is in the shade Sunlight. A lot of you guys were asking me what is the shade of this one. This one is in the shade Sunlight, and you get 10 grams of product, and this retails for 149 rupees. Such an affordable alternative to your Swiss Beauty Fusion highlighter, which I showed you guys a demo of it in this video. I will link it right here. Feels a lot more subtle on the skin than the Swiss Beauty highlighter itself, and it is a shimmery highlighter, of course, but it's not too stark on the skin. It just looks really nice. And then we have the Mars Cosmetics highlighter. This one you get 8.5 grams of product, and I think this one retails for $2.99. It's a really nice highlighter. This one is the Wonder Glow highlighter. It's a really nice like gold highlighter, which is very smooth, very buttery on the skin. It doesn't look too stark. It's a very subtle highlighter. You can build it to make it intense. This shade of gold is perfect for people with medium and medium tan, deeper skin tones. Works really well. Comes with a nice packaging as well. Nice mirror, handy packaging, and looks plush. Last highlighter I'm going to be talking about is this Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This one is in the shade Molten Gold. This was one of my favorite highlighters. I used to use this non-stop in the past. I have kept it in my everyday makeup drawer to use it a lot more now. So you can see the dent right here. So this is a pretty intense highlighter. You can use it subtle, or you can go very intense and like heavy-handed with this. This you get 6.7 grams of product, and this retails for 550 rupees, and always available on pretty good discount. And then moving on to Kajal. The only Kajal that you get at least like 1.2 grams of product, and this retails for 299, is this Mars Cosmetics Kajal. The other ones, all of it, you get just like 0.2 grams, 0.35 grams. So this is a really nice kajal, which is pigmented black and goes on really smooth on your waterline. Now moving on to lipstick, I still do love all the lipsticks that I've recommended, and I still use all of that. The shade selection, some of the brands are amazing that you have to look past the quantity sometimes just because they're giving you such amazing shades. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is the Maybelline Superstay Liquid Lipstick. This one you get 5 ml of product, and this retails for 699 rupees. Now a lot of you guys were asking me like what made you change your mind. You used to never like this Maybelline Superstay matte ink. The time I bought this, okay, I bought this like the first launch. I feel like the formula is completely changed over time. That one used to be pretty thick. It would never dry down. You can't purse your lips together. The shade Voyager, I still can't use it. It just never worked out for me, and every time I ate something it would flake off, and then it was becoming a mess to take this entire lipstick off or reapply it. But these shades, the shades that I've tried so far, are Artist and Seeker. They go on lightweight on your lips, dry down really fast. They do have a slight tackiness to it, but nothing that bothers me throughout the day. It stays on no matter what you eat. You can have like a nice creamy pasta with this, and it wouldn't move or budge at all. And so once you apply it throughout the day, you can actually forget about this liquid lipstick. It's that good. So I'm not sure again if there are some inconsistencies in the shades, but the ones that I have tried out, Artist and Seeker, are working really well for me. And then with really good shade options, the PAC Retro Matte Gloss, you get 6.5 ml of product, and this retails for 550 rupees. You get so many different shade options, and the formula is comfortable on your lips. It's so amazing, and I really like it. I just recently started to try out the PAC Retro Matte Lip Gloss. I had the mini variants. I never liked it because they dried down in the tube, but this one is not drying down. Just feel like nothing, like lightweight. I really love that. And then the Chambord liquid lipsticks, amazing. 6 ml of product, retails for 849, but always goes for as low as like 630 rupees or 650 rupees. That's when I buy these liquid lipsticks. Amazing shade options, so comfortable on the lips. You can wear this, like I can wear this and keep talking and make videos throughout the day, and it wouldn't flake and dry my lips out. That's how amazing they are. They do have certain inconsistencies in certain shades. Like some of them don't dry down at all and some of them dry down and just feel like nothing on the lips. Then of course the Lakme Forever Matte Liquid Lipstick. You get 5.6 ml of product and this retails for 295 rupees. Really good shade selection. Comfort factor. If you wanted comfort, you should look no more. Try this. And then moving on to lip crayons. Okay, a lot of lip crayons had very less quantity, okay? Like even the sugar ones and faces and everything. So I picked up the Swiss Beauty one because all of these lip crayons are pretty much the same. I have this Swiss Beauty lip crayon in the shade Choco Bar on my lips right now. Not drying. Stays in place, doesn't transfer as much, and such good shade options. And then for lipsticks, I have some, of course, I wanted to mention to you guys. The Nykaa Ultra Matte Lipstick in the shades Cleopatra, Mona Lisa, Diana. You can pick up the one you want to. You get 4.2 grams of product in this, and this would last you for a really long time. And they are really pigmented, and they don't feel very, very drying on the lips. So definitely do check this out. And then we have the Wet n Wild Catsuit lipsticks. Good shade option, comfort factor, decent lasting power, really good lipsticks. I would love to include the Maybelline Creamy Matte Lipstick, but the formula has changed. It's very, very sheer, very like shiny looking on the lips. I don't really like it anymore. The old formula, I love. And of course, my Swiss Beauty lipstick. You can try out the shade Mauve Taupe, Rusty Nude, Bronze. Beautiful shades. Beautiful everyday shades, quite affordable, $2.99, and you get 3 grams of product. And then Mars Cosmetics non-transfer butter lipstick, you get 3.5 grams of product. This one is a little bit matte and it can be drying. So if you have dry lips or you stay away from drying lipsticks, you wouldn't really like this, but it's transfer proof. It stays on, you can wear your mask and it would just stay. And then lip liner. Can you believe it? I checked out all of the lip liners, and especially lip liners are something that you have to sharpen, and most of them just have very, very little quantity. This one you get 1.2 grams of product, but most of the lip liners I checked out, the K Beauty one, the Nykaa one, all of that you get like 0.35, 0.2. No, we want more quantity in lip liners because we sharpen this so much. So the Insight Super Lip Liners. So this is sort of like a gel lip liner. They go on so smooth, don't dry your lips out, and last for a really long amount of time, and they are really affordable. So I think for lip liners and everything, don't spend a lot of money when you can find them in really good affordable range. So check this range out. And the last product we're going to be talking about are like setting sprays. So I have this one. This is the Colorbar Stay the Day Finishing Mist. This you get 100 ml of product, and this retails for 850 rupees. Really good quantity, especially in setting sprays. I think quantity is quite important because you are going to spritz all over your face. You don't really have control over the nozzle, and sometimes you tend to use up a little more product. I don't really like the nozzle on this as well. Like, it's not the most fine, but it's okay. The mist is pretty fine, so it sets my makeup in place. It's what I use today as well. It doesn't really add any glow, nor does it mattify, but I feel like it takes off any kind of powderiness or anything of that sort from your face. And then the last makeup fixer is PAC Micro Finish Makeup Fixer. You get 120 ml of product. The mist is so fine, you wouldn't use up a lot of this. It's really nice. It sets your makeup in place really well. And I think when you have this makeup fixer, I don't think you need anything else. I have quite a few of these, but I tend to reach out for this one the most because of the mist. It's really fine. It doesn't like leave any kind of droplets on your face. You get the control that you want, and you get the quantity. So over the Colorbar one and this one, if you wanted to pick up, I would say pick up the PAC one. But if you wanted something else, I have an option. But I still do like the PAC makeup fixer over this. And I know it's not very affordable. It is pricey. It is pricey and you can't find it on discount most of the time. But trust me, if you buy this, you wouldn't need any other makeup fixing spray, and this would suffice. So yeah, those were pretty much all the products I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know I haven't included any eyeshadow palette in today's video. It's because I feel like, you know, most eyeshadow palettes that I've recommended in my videos, all of that are good value for money, and they have different pros and cons of their own, which I've mentioned time and time again. You can try out the Mars 9-pan eyeshadow palette, really good shade options. You can try out the 15-pan eyeshadow palette, really good. Or you can try out the Swiss Beauty eyeshadow palettes. You can try out the Makeup Revolution Reloaded eyeshadow palette if you don't really like any of these brands. So these are pretty much the eyeshadow palettes I always use, but I feel like face products and everything is the one that I've wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what are your favorite affordable products that you think are definitely a great value for money. Let me know in the comment section down below, and while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. We come alive in the nighttime.